Python function. So you know that range is a function, right, in Python, or print is a function in Python. Is print a Python function? Now, similar to print, how about me wanting to develop my own function? Which is called a user-defined function. It prints the text. Great. Now, another thing, guys, whenever you write a function, so let's say I have written PR here, right? And then if I press tab, it will give me all the options of the functions that are available that I can use. You see this? Figure this out as well for your particular platform that you're using. That how do you have the auto suggest for the functions that you use, because that will make your life a lot more easier. Let's say if I want to say write correlation, if I use a tab, there's nothing it's recommending me because there's no library that I've installed at this point. If let's say I want to say write mean here, there's nothing that it's recommending me. But if I say put m, it is recommending all the functions that are available in Python base, right? Now, if I try to import pandas, and then if I try to use a function, probably it might be able to give that to me. See. So whatever I use, and then when I use that particular, that particular function, and do shift tab, I'll be able to know the docstring and how exactly I should be using that function. See in the bottom here. So remember to use that as well, using tab to get the auto suggestion for the function to be used. Now, to define a function in Python, the most important thing that you will be doing, it's like using a def keyword, and that def keyword will do what? It will define, it will create your own function. So you can create a function in Python with your name and give the parameters. So whatever name you choose, right? You can create your own function with parameters, and those parameters need to be supplied to that function, and the function will do the task that it is supposed to do. For example, check this example out. There is a using def statement. I'm creating a function called display, right? Like this. And then within that function, what I've said, print welcome to Zorba Consulting. And I created that function. Now what's going to happen? Whenever I have display here, and if I don't give any argument to display, what it is going to print? It's going to print Zorba Consulting, right? But if I use display, I have display here, and what I've done is I've already told what needs to be printed. So even if I say something here, right? If I give an argument, if I give an argument here to this function saying Yash, it is not going to run. Do you see the error? What does it say? Display takes 0 positional arguments, but 1 was given. Do you understand this? So another important thing that I want you guys to realize is it is really great to make mistakes in your code and then look at what exactly the error is and then search for that error, figure that error out, and just move on. I see many of you like in the past, right? Even people with computer science background, I've seen people that they particularly have like something against the errors. Like they really freak out when there is an error. But actually, just look at it. Let's break it down. I did this. Okay, this is the error statement. Let's analyze this error statement. What is it saying? One display Yash. In this line, there is an error. It's saying the error type is that display takes 0 positional arguments, but 1 was given. Can you all understand what does it mean? It's obvious, right? It's in plain Hindi. The poor thing is telling you that, okay, hey, you were not supposed to give the arguments, but you've given an argument here. Why you were not supposed to give an argument? Because you never mentioned an argument while defining that function. If you want to give an argument, you have to define the function in this manner. That, okay, within display, you will be giving some argument called name. And now you'll be putting the whole thing in a different manner. And now here, if you give the name, it will change. Now the same way, adding 2 numbers, right? Let's create a function for adding 2 numbers. I'm going to hide it and just want you guys to create it. Quickly write a function on your own. name that function your own name, right? The name of the function will be your name. And that function will do what? It will add the two numbers that are given to that function. And then after adding those two numbers, it will print them. Basically, you're creating your own function. The way you have print in or type or range, right? All of those functions are inbuilt functions in Python. Now, what I'm telling you is you can create your own function and then use them. Like if you feel that, okay, hey, I like to run a different kind of summary again and again and again, then maybe you can create like a function for that particular thing. And then every time you want to use it, you straight away need to use that function that you yourself created.